thank you ever so much for joining me on the Brew for Success podcast.
Nice to be here. I've been looking forward to it.
Yeah, obviously we've got the nice studio this time. So obviously couldn't use the fancy equipment because neither of us are technical enough to be able to set that up, and we don't want any more technical difficulties.
No, it's
like
very confusing.
Yeah, we don't want to get into that. So yeah, thank you, Kate. So we'll get straight into it. So been with Novartis now for...
Just coming up to 2 years.
2 years? Time flies.
Been here a while.
Been here a while. So Kate, what did you do before you actually joined Novartis then? Is this your first recruitment role? Yeah, just kind of talk about what you did before.
Yeah, so this is my first recruitment role. Prior to this, I was working a little bit in hospitality to begin with. So I was a bartender for a little while. And then I moved into a lovely company called GRJ. So I did like travel and like kind of customer relations. So dealing with people that weren't so happy about their holidays. So a little bit of an introduction into dealing with people I guess. Yeah. So that was really great. That was back in York. And then I moved to Leeds. I got a job at Novartis and I've been here ever since.
Nice. Okay. So with it being your first recruitment role then, I suppose a lot of people, trainees that we bring into the business, one thing I think they kind of didn't, I don't think anyone really understands recruitment until you actually come into a recruitment role. So sort of on average, how long would you actually say that it takes to really grasp the role of a recruitment consultant?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, probably about a good 6-8 months until I fully understood it. Yeah. I got to a point where I thought I understood what I was doing, and then, had to do a little bit more sort of training and got a bit tighter to the commercial side as well, which I think was the turning point for me about a year into my time with Novartis. Yeah. Had a lot of good coaching sessions with James where he was like, look, you need to start looking at it this way, which was really helpful. But yeah, I would say probably a good 6 to 8 months. Yeah. I think if you're in that beginning phase, one of the most important things to remember is it's going to sometimes feel a lot worse before it starts to get better, which is often the case in recruitment.
Yeah. Okay. So on that then, what sort of piece of advice do you wish that you, I don't know, maybe one thing that you wish you knew before you actually came into the role that then you could maybe then pass that advice on to somebody who is potentially looking to get into recruitment?
I think probably just be super resilient. I know that we hear it a lot in the offices, but I think it's the most important part. It's going to feel like sometimes you're doing everything the wrong way, but it just takes time to get used to the process. We've got a really good process at Novartis, so it's just referring back to that, and listen to your team, I think.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think one thing with you guys, especially with you being sort of a smaller office, because there's 9 of you now?
Yes, soon to be 10, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't know you were getting a new person. Where is this?
I think in the next couple of months we're putting the adverts out.
Okay, so team of 10
if anyone's interested.
Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, I think with you guys having like a smaller office as well, I think it's nice because you've kind of got that like tight-knit sort of team. Everyone's around you. Obviously, you've got really nice offices. Second time been to your new offices. But one thing that that I kind of really do notice is it's such a like tight-knit team, isn't it? Because like you're all sat together. It's not as though you've got this one big office where, one team's one side, one team's the other side. Like, I think that is definitely one thing that, kind of, I don't know, I think that does make your office and your team like a lot different.
Yeah.
The fact that you all seem really tight-knit is what I'm trying to say.
We've been through a lot together, the highs and the lows.
The peaks and the drops.
Yeah,
been through it together.
Celebrating each other's wins, also kind of being there for each other when it's not going so well. Yeah. We spend probably over 40 hours a week with each other. Yeah. And then we hang out outside of work, which I think is a bit of a miracle, really, because we still want to see each other outside of that, which I think is probably pretty rare. for a lot of places.
100%. I think some people very much have the mindset of, I come to work, I do my job, when I leave work, that's it. Like, I don't want to see you, I don't want to speak to you. Like, I'll see you the next day at like 9 a.m. or whatever. But
definitely still have those weeks.
Okay, it's not always sunshine and rainbows.
Depends.
Yeah. But it's nice though. It's a nice team to have around you, and the fact that, you know, you've got nice offices. You're in Leeds City Centre as well.
Absolutely.
At least, and you can always go for like a nice little drink after work. Like, let's go and
we've got Greek Street round the corner.
Yeah, that's it.
Train station, obviously in a really good spot where we are.
Yeah, no, it is definitely ideal for you. Okay, so I'm going to switch it up now. So you are allowed one item, one song, and one person to get you through your day in recruitment.
Wow.
What and who are you choosing?
Okay.
I'll let you have time to think.
That is a tricky question.
It is.
I've got to say, probably the one thing to get me through the day, probably coffee. I'll be honest.
Okay, so that's your item.
I can't do a day without coffee.
Yeah.
Song. A tough one.
I know. Do you know what? I feel like this really sort of shows what type of person you are, because I feel like some people would want something really kind of like upbeat, like sort of a running gym song, like power through the day. Whereas I feel like other people would want something quite like relaxing, calming, tranquil. I suppose it depends on how your day's actually going, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
So it depends. If you're having like a really good day, you probably think, right, okay, let's crank up the tunes. Whereas if it's a bit more of a stressful day, you probably think, no, I'll listen to some like wailing noises or something.
I think, honestly, I would say probably a little bit of Kanye, a little bit of some motivational music. Yes. I think similar to what I listen to in the gym, something to get me through it.
Carnival.
Yes.
Kanye, Carnival.
Banger.
That is a good gym song. I feel like it would be definitely a good recruitment song to get you through the day.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I'm with you on that. And then a person. It can be any person, by the way. It doesn't necessarily need to be somebody in the office. It can be anybody.
I'm going to be a little bit cheesy here.
Okay.
I'm going to say Hillary.
Okay.
Because she's definitely supported me through it all. She's very motivational, very positive as well.
Good person to have around.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Yeah, no, I fully agree with you on that. Good choice, good choice. Okay, if recruitment were to be a dating app, what would you have in your bio?
Ooh, that's a tricky one. I wonder if Luke's going to watch this. I would say... Oh, that is tough.
It is a tough question.
Loves to chat. Loves a good yap.
Yeah.
I'll listen to your problems.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That is a very nice answer. I feel like I would, because I was thinking about this question myself, because I always think if you're asking these questions, you've also got to answer them yourself, otherwise you just sound like you're just coming up with anything. I feel like I would have something that's a bit more aggressive, being like, if you're going to waste my time, see you later.
Oh, I love that. So like the other side of it.
Yeah, the other side of it, I'd be like, if you're going to waste my time, then in a bit, see you later.
Make sure you've
bike.
got money to spend.
Yes. If you've not got money, I don't want to know you.
Yeah.
That'd be another good one. Obviously only for clients, because clients are the ones spending the money, but yeah, okay, I like that. So you guys, as we know, you do a lot of global recruitment. Don't know, have you had the chance to go abroad yet for work?
So not yet.
Not yet?
Hopefully someday soon.
Yeah.
I've been to Edinburgh to see a client,
okay.
so
Still a different country.
Yeah,
Nice. And Edinburgh is also a very gorgeous city, so I feel like it's a nice place to go.
Yeah.
So the question is, if you could go on a client visit anywhere in the world, where would you choose to go?
I think that I would love to go to Singapore.
Nice.
We've got quite a few clients that we're working with at the moment, doing some recruitment across Singapore, but also across APAC. So maybe Singapore, maybe like Malaysia, Thailand.
Yeah.
Do a bit of a
somewhere little Southeast Asia.
Southeast Asia,
tour.
Yeah, 100%.
I like you thinking.
Get the motorbikes out.
Yeah, that's it. Go to some elephant sanctuaries along the way.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, that is a good shout, and also valid as well because, like you say, you've got quite a few clients over.
Yeah, it's getting busy.
So.
Getting busy over there.
Yeah, no, nice choice. Okay, completely random. But we in the Doncaster office have actually been doing question of the days, and this, I think I asked this one, I can't remember now, but I'm going to ask it to you anyway. Would you rather be able to go back in time or be able to see into the future?
Wow.
I know, it is a groundbreaking question, if I do say so myself.
I am a firm believer. I think the past is the past. Whatever happens, it happens for a reason.
Yeah.
I'd love to get a bit of an insight into the future.
Into the future to see what's cracking off.
To see what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one. I think when I think about it, I feel like going back into the past would be cool because I do always think, you know, even like the time of like World War II. Not saying I want to go back to
that
World
far
War.
back.
Not saying I want to go that far back. Yeah, no, or even like the Egyptian times.
Okay.
I would just love to go back to a period in time which is so completely different to the way that we live now, just to be like, what was actually going on back then? Like, how were people? Like, what were they doing? But then equally going into the future, like, you think how much life has changed even in the past sort of 10, 15 years in terms of technology. So what is that going to be like in another 10, 15 years?
I don't know. I think there's going to be data centers pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
Everyone's sort of cracking on with the AI.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be interesting to see what that technology is being used for.
Yeah.
Hopefully for the greater good.
Yeah, not for bad reasons, because it's quite scary. It's exciting, but it's also scary, isn't it? Because you see even things that's going on now and you think, oh my God, how is that even happening?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no, I think going into the future is more, what's the right word? More of a proactive
I
choice.
think you could prevent maybe like any mistakes that happen.
Yes, very true.
See if you can, I don't know, if there's anything you're not so keen on, change it
before
it's too late.
Before it's too late, yeah. No, that is very true. Okay, if we asked your team to describe you in 3 words, what do you reckon they would say about you? I haven't actually asked them, you know, I'm kind of kicking myself because I wish I'd asked them before I'd come into this, because then I could be like,
compare
this is actually what they've said, but I haven't. So genuinely intrigued to see. I'm going to ask them when we go back upstairs, but yeah, what do you think they would say?
Probably, I do think I'm quite positive.
Yeah, no, I do agree.
Focused.
Yeah.
But also fun. I think I'm pretty fun.
Yeah.
It depends.
She's a fun girl.
Outside of work.
Yeah, outside of work.
Maybe not so much in the office.
Yeah, no, 100%. But I always say this because some people say to me like, oh my God, you're really quiet in work, but you're really not quiet outside of work. And I think, yeah, but I can't bring my out of work personality into work all the time because I'd probably get sacked.
Well, that's it. And I think when you've got your head down and you're focused in the zone, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, what is a job that you think that you would be terrible at?
I think anything to do with engineering.
Okay.
I think because I speak to a lot of very technical people when they talk about their jobs and their responsibilities, it's a lot.
You think that could never be me?
It's a lot of work that goes into it, a lot of training, and I just think, oh my God, there's a lot riding on the back of it as well.
Yes.
Like if things go wrong, it's all on you. So probably anything like super technical is not for me.
Is not going to be a good move. Yeah. No, to be fair, also with engineering, I mean, you might be good at maths, but I know I'm awful at maths.
I'm not a maths girl.
No, I'm not a mathematician. I can tell you that for free. So that is, I fully agree. I think that is one thing that I would really struggle at with engineering. It's like, how are you supposed to work out the equation of da-da-da or whatever it is. I mean, I don't even know what
and it's so exact, isn't it? Like, I can talk to people, but don't get me to do
anything technical.
100%.
We'll leave the technical side to the professionals who we will recruit for day in, day out. Okay, nice. So this is actually the last question because I've already asked you the advice question. So we'll start with the most frustrating thing about the role, and then we'll finish off on a high by saying what is the best thing about your role.
Okay. Probably the most frustrating part is maybe when you know you've got a really great candidate and you've sort of gone through the process with them. It's been weeks and weeks of prep, and you think that there's nothing that you could have possibly done. You've got your references, you've checked them out, you pretty much know them like back to front, and then something happens on the other side, something unexpected. Maybe, the budget's changed, or, there's been a change internally. And I think probably the frustration comes from working with somebody so closely and getting them to that point. That's what I find quite frustrating.
Yeah.
It's part of the job, but it doesn't make it easier anytime it happens.
No, definitely. I think that's the thing. There is many, many things throughout the process that you are in control of, which, we get trained on, is kind of drilled into you from, the first day really. But there's always that element of you can't control a person who you don't know. I mean, even people you do know, like you couldn't control your friends or your family into like doing something that they don't want to do, because obviously that's toxic. But secondly, you
wouldn't want to do that.
No, but you just can't anyway. So, there's only so much that you can do to support the recruitment process to try and get that deal over the line. But
100%.
Like I say,
and things change like on the client side all the time.
Yeah.
We're working with some Fortune 500 companies. We don't know the ins and outs of everything that's going on in there.
Yeah.
So it's out of our hands sometimes.
Yeah, 100%. And the best thing about the role? Finish off on a high.
Well, the best thing I would say is probably getting people over the line.
Yeah.
I think when you're working with somebody who's been looking at an opportunity and it's like their dream job, and then you get to take them through that process, and then when they finally get that offer in front of them, it's like the best feeling ever.
Yeah, you know that you've done it.
Absolutely.
It's cemented.
Yeah, and then you keep in touch with them, and it's a good feeling to know that you've placed somebody in a role that they're happy with.
They're really happy with, 100%. And then also the commission on top of it is a nice little
It's a sweetener,
bonus, isn't it?
It's a sweetener.
Yeah, no, 100%. Well, Kate, thank you ever so much
Thank you very much
for joining me today.
Thanks for
You've
having
been
me.
great.
Yeah, it's been fun.